People are rightfully alarmed. They have a reason to be alarmed. And if you would vote for that, people may not feel so confident that they're safe with you. This is not crazy. This is legitimate feelings of fear of you and a feeling that you might not be someone they could trust. If this thing goes way south, autocracies go south real fast and things get ugly and people get asked to do things and turn people in and point people out and turn on them. And if you're voting affirmatively, gleefully for this, and people might, may not feel so confident in you anymore. That's real, and you kind of have to live with it. So if you think that you can vote for what people see as their destruction and then demand that they still are cool with you and kiki with you and have Thanksgiving with you, I think you're kind of missing the point of what people are upset about. They're afraid. And autocracy and fascism are things that are legitimate to be afraid of. So you may want to step back.
I just really want to step back. Just autocracy, Handmaid's Tale. I mean, this is just weird. This is well. That being said, though, is it weird or is it exactly what you would expect? Joshua, can we apply the Unhumans filter to everything Joy and Weave just said there?
Yes, taking it all as literal declarations, everything that she said would happen happened after Biden-Harris were elected, where people were turning on family members and reporting one another and betraying, and there were secret lists, so on and so forth. There would have been political prisoners over the past 4 years. Everything that is the Unhumans playbook, they accuse normal, everyday, center-right conservative people of doing, and then calling it right-wing extremism. And one of the reasons they do this, they project and accuse. Of course, it's right out of the Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, where if you accuse other people of doing what it is that you're doing, then they are stuck defending themselves. So all the attention is on them, and them having to prove, no, I'm really not an extremist. Look at all of my liberal positions. Look at all of the liberal values I hold. Please stop accusing me. That's the sort of, that's the expectation. So if you pull a JD Vance and just don't play that game, shrug it off, no comment, or what I've been doing with my social circle of liberals online, when they post 3 novel-length comments to my Facebook wall, I simply reply, betterhelp.com.
By the way, you're still on Facebook? You mean for your professional business page, right? You don't mean like you personally use Facebook, do you?
Only on occasion, yes, and it's only because I've used it for so many years.
Oh, that's a yes. That's a yes, folks. That's a yes. That's right. That's okay. My Tanya still uses it, to be honest. She uses it because she keeps in touch with people back home and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I haven't used it. But yeah, you're right. Facebook is one of the places where people will go. And so, Joshua, what is it then? And we have to get into this. So let's say you encounter someone who, all right, let's say they've decided to not go the full, I'm just going to say it. It's cult-like. It is cult-like behavior to do this, to cut off people and say, we can only be with those who share our ideology. We can only commune with those. We can only meet with those. Break bread. By the way, I'm gonna drop something here. I'm gonna drop something here right now. You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
The central core of Christianity is to break bread. To break bread. The breaking of bread is central to the Mass. In fact, it is the bread of the Last Supper, which then becomes the Eucharist. This is the central core of every Mass. When Christ breaks bread, that means to commune, to be with his people. And in fact, in colloquial phraseology, we use the term breaking bread to actually mean sitting down with people that we don't always agree with. That's the literal meaning, or, you know, at least the implication of that phrase is, oh, we're going to break bread. Hey, we're going to break bread. Yeah, we've been, you know, look, believe me, there's been a bunch of people that, you know, I'm probably going to have to break bread with after this year. But I'll do so. I will absolutely do so. And so that's Christian. But the communist does not want the breaking of bread. The communist wants the opposite. The communist does not want to find common ground. The communist and communism, which by the way, and I'll just say this as well. I spoke with Father Ripperger about this when he came down to Mar-a-Lago. We had a beautiful Latin Mass, and he did, and just an incredible blessing to myself and Tanya Tay, personal blessing for us, which was just fantastic. And he was giving a little talk afterwards, and I'm not going to get into everything he said because it was private, but one thing that he mentioned was, which I think is germane for what we're talking about, he said, if the devil himself were to design a political ideology, it would be communism.